Welcome to Vanilla Evolved. This is an ARK cluster with all current 9 official maps for both Steam and Epic Games players. These include the 5 story maps, meaning The Island, Scorched Earth, Aberration, Extinction, and Genesis Part 1, as well as the extra 4 current non-story maps, including the Center, Ragnarok, Valgero, and Crystal Isles. Vanilla Evolved is quite the oddity among PC ARK servers, because it has no mods and yet it has a thriving community of hundreds of PC players that just like to play the game in a modless vanilla setting. Vanilla Evolved is also unique because it has very peculiar rules. This is not a PvP server. To clarify, you are not allowed to grief, raid, steal from, or kill other players and their creatures under really any circumstances unless you have been given permission to do so within the rules. Now, this would of course suggest that there are rules which allow this in some circumstances, which there are. These are primarily limited to structures and tames which qualify as spam and or dangers to the server. Structure spam refers to any structures players may have built that clearly do not possess value and would not prompt the person to be angry or upset if they were destroyed. This might include things like a random thatch 1x1 on the beach or a random stone foundation up on a mountain somewhere. It even extends to traps that other players may have built, even if they're unlocked. The other kind of spam includes almost anything on the beaches and really any bases that are 100% inside of spawn zones. You can read our full rules and policies on this in the Discord server. The other exception to PvE is that players are allowed to kill tames that are on neutral or aggressive if they are clumped in groups in the wilderness. This is because each player on the server has a responsibility to keep their tames in order and not allow them to become a danger to the rest of the server. If players find other tribes' tames outside of their base in groups on neutral, they are perfectly within their rights to engage in PvP with them. These unique rules allow for us to meld PvE with PvP to include both kinds of players in different aspects, and it's also a way for us to keep everyone happy in a relatively dangerous, ever-changing, and dynamic dedicated server cluster. In addition to our rules and policies, we also have a unique shop system that gives players access to every single cosmetic in the game with enough grind, and unique quality of life perks for patrons like the Dino Stats commands, among others. Now, how did this all start, and what kind of vibe does the server have now? What kind of player do you have to be to want to play on this type of server? Well, Vanilla Evolved focuses on the PvE player experience. As the host, I want to make sure that you have a nice time playing on the server, whether you're a solo player or have a tribe of 10 or more people. ARK is one of my favorite games, and the way that I spent my 8,000 hours playing it so far has been almost entirely by myself, playing through the game repeatedly without even touching bosses or progressing through maps. There was one point where that changed, and once it did, it opened up a whole new game to me. ARK has immensely satisfying story progression as survivors face challenges that are incredibly frustrating and difficult through bosses, bugs, and all manner of types of death. But through it all, survivors can learn to survive and thrive on the ARKs and progress through from beginning to end. I hope Vanilla Evolved can be that for you as you find your way through the game and conquer the ARKs to reach your personal goals and desires. If this sounds like something you want to become a part of, you can join our Discord in the description and pin comment. I hope to see you in game, and as always, thank you for watching, and good luck, survivors.